Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using code Hawkeye and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, and the best daily promotions in the business. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matters more than ever. Remember to use code Hawkeye and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. Place your money line, prop, or parlay bets with the king of sportsbooks today. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Iowa only. New customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
No music, no intro. First video recap show. And of course, it wouldn't be our show if it didn't come off a Saints loss. Terrible loss. Terrible loss to the Eagles. One of the worst games Sean Payton has called in a long time. I don't even know where you want to start, Ryan. Where you want to start, man?
Man, listen. Start at the beginning. Just start at the first fucking play. Pete fat ass whips on a block on a screenplay and gets Latavius Murray blown up. That was the game right there. That right there should have told you everything how that game was going to turn out. That was it, man. That was it. Like, the first fucking play, I'm like, oh, shit. Here we go. These motherfuckers here.
Listen, man, it was Taysom played bad. Like, and I tweeted it. Like, this is not a game it's not a game I put too much on the defense. Like, they didn't play great, but they played enough to win. And it just, you can only ask your defense to do so much, especially in the NFL. Like, that first half, the offense gave them nothing to work with. Nothing.
Gave them nothing and put them on short fields with turnovers. It was just, you can't sell out your defense like that.
You can't. So my question to you is, we talked about on the preview show how we felt about the team. How you feel about the team right now?
I mean, really, my feelings hadn't changed, man. I feel like this is a team that's still set up, still in good position. If they want to, they have the ability to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, I really do feel that way. They have the ability. And last year, this year, I think they have an even better talent base to do it. But they just got to play that way. This game really doesn't. I know Saints Twitter in shambles right now.
It's on fire right now, right?
But this was in the back of my mind. This game here, when they said they're going to start Jalen Hurts, it was just one of them things.
You was calling it, bro. You was like, man, just let Witt stay in there one more game.
One more game, man, because it's like you don't have no tape on them. Our defense hadn't really faced a real mobile quarterback this year. So we like to play a lot of man coverage. It was just like, man, I could just see it one of them games where, the defense allows 20-plus points. But I was thinking, offensively, we would do much more than we did. But, it's really unfortunate for Taysom, because, we'll see what happens next week with Breeze. But, if this was his last game, he left a bad taste on everybody's, mouth. Like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fumbles, continued. He was holding on to the ball, wasn't reading the field. Jalen Hurts looked like the most advanced scrambler today.
He did. There was times where when Taysom would drop back, like it's so weird, like his indecisiveness. I feel like he is so set on wanting to be a pocket passer. Like he wants to prove something as a player that he can go, bro, when it's there,
bro,
go. Just go. Bro, run.
Down, it's 17-0. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take over the game. Like, just run, like, secure the ball and go get the yards, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. It's okay. It's okay to just use that quote-unquote 4.4 speed you supposedly have and just do it, man. You know?
It was so the first drive of the game, they had a decent drive going, and there's a play where Taysom rolls out to the right, and like there's open field if he takes off, but then he sees Jared Cook come over the middle, and so he tries to like throw kind of from the right side to like the middle of the field, and it was like a inaccurate pass. I'm just like, yo, just hit it, just run, just take the yards.
Yeah, man.
But I feel like he has some. He feels like he continues to have something to prove, and it's a bad loss. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, it's a terrible loss in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Green Bay. I mean, we all pretty much assumed that the Packers were probably going to end up with the number 1 seed just because of how the schedule played out. But I think we were all thinking like, oh, maybe the Chiefs get us next week. But nah, Eagles.
The Eagles. You didn't want this to be the one. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, the Chiefs got us next week. It's like, okay, you know, you get it how you live. But you know, the Eagles team that's been struggling. But you got to put things into perspective. This wasn't the Carson Wentz Eagles. This was, you know, a team that just was ready to do something. You know what I'm saying? They was coming in. They played hard. I thought Doug Peterson put a good plan together for Hurts.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? It was nice. You know, I think Dennis Allen's plan was to, you know, like we talked about, try to keep Hurts in the pocket and let him beat. Yeah, so Hurts, you know, he rose to the occasion as a pocket passer, man. He made the throws that he needed to make. He hit, you know, plays downfield. They got, you know, matchups that they wanted. They got Rieger open early with some nice plays, you know, some crossers, getting him running away from coverage.
That was a huge OP not call.
Oh, man. I mean, don't even give me – the refs had some dirty hands in this game. Like, there were so many holding plays I saw.
Oh, my God, bro. I thought it was just me.
No, man, it was bad. It was bad, but it's like, come on now. Like, we know the game at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, the Saints did come away. I think they had 7 or 8, probably more than that, penalties. Last I saw it was 7 penalties, but it's probably like 10 or whatever, because I know they had a bunch of penalties at the end of the game or whatever. But it was just a sloppy performance overall. And, you know, like it's been in the past, man, like the team goes as the O-line goes, and this was probably the worst performance of the O-line of the season.
And we talked about it on the preview pod, Ryan, that the Eagles front four, like that, it's the heart and soul of that team, and you saw why.
And what was frustrating was the second half, like Eagles defense is getting obliterated with it. Secondary to the defensive line, everybody just falling like okay, like do something. Like take advantage of this.
And the most frustrating part is when the play of the game was a 4th and 2. 4th and 2. I know Sean like the back of my hand. 4th and 2, he's like, oh, they don't got nobody in the second. They done lost Slade, they done lost Maddox, they done lost McLeod. It's 4th and 2. Why not try to have a shot play? Why not try to attack the secondary? But like it's 4th and 2, like you have AK wasn't in the game because he had been kind of gotten run hard. You have Taysom, you have Latavius. Why not just call a run? Like and then the play call on the 4th and 2, like you roll right and you cut off half the field, and
I hate that.
It was just gross. It was gross, bro. It was a terrible call. That was a call of the game. It was a call of the game.
Call again. You would want a play like that. You would want to at least have an outlet to say, okay, big shot. You know, we're gonna take a big shot if it's there. If it's not,
boom, right there.
We got AK in the flats, boom, or something. You know, just something quick that at least that could save you. But terrible play. Then and then the most disappointing was towards the end of the game. Uh, they held. I mean, they got the ball with like 6 something minutes, and they just had no sense of
Slow.
awareness. It was slow, and they draining the clock.
What are you guys doing?
Like, what is going on here, man?
Can we not go? Like, can we not? If that's
I mean,
true,
they get all the way to the 2-minute drill.
it was like 6.5 minutes to the 2-minute drill.
It's like, what the hell are y'all doing, man? And
It was no sense of urgency.
No
There's
sense
no
of
sense of urgency. It was just flat.
Game. Well, let me see. I'm looking for the play-by-play. You still see me?
No.
Okay. It was like, and then Lutz, I think he'll throw a pass to Jared Cook, I think.
Yes.
And then he took like a terrible sack.
Terrible, bro.
Which so now it's a 57-yard by Lutz, who has been in a funk lately already. You try to get him to make a.
I still think I didn't say it on the recap show, but he pulled like a little Randy Bullock last week, bro. Like he missed that 45-yarder, and then he was good the rest of the game. I was like, "Well, you really hurt? What? You really hurt?"
I don't know, man. He not. I mean, something ain't been right. I don't know if it's just a mental funk or physical or whatever, but so we missed that. So now you're really screwed. It's after the 2-minute drill, and you're in a 2-possession game. You know what I'm saying? Now they wind up getting the ball back. The defense forces a fumble. At the second half, the defense played pretty well.
They did.
They tightened everything up. They didn't let Hurts get too loose. Side note, the 100-yard rusher thing is dead now. So don't need to be mentioned no more.
I appreciate the Saints, because if you know it's the Saints, we're gonna do something in style, bro. Not only
one, but two. They did it like
we gonna do it big.
Gonna do it big, motherfucker. I loved them. I was happy. I wasn't even tripping about that. When Miles Sanders broke off that long run, I'm like, yes. So
which was and he's been good. And listen, Greg has been in my text since we traded for Quan, and he said he's gonna make a bad read in a big game.
He got sucked in and took the complete wrong, the complete wrong angle coming into to rush the line, and he just missed it, man. Like it was, he was going this way, Miles Sanders was way over here. Yeah, I mean, hey, like Quan, he's giving us some positive, but that's probably the catch there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, can we talk? I mean, I don't want to put too much emphasis on the defense, because I don't want to absolve them, but I think considering the game they played as well as they could. But man, that CD Deuce dropped pick 6, bro.
Oh man. Oh, and he read it so perfectly, bro.
Perfectly, bro. Perfectly.
Like that, and he was taking that bitch to the house.
Gone.
He just mistimed that catch. It was just. Oh, it was one of them games where they were like, man. Speaking of defense, you thought we made a little fun of Duke Riley. Duke Riley on the preview, he must have listened to that shit.
Duke Riley
was on fire, boy. He was like, I would not be denied today, man. Duke Riley was out there.
Alex Singleton, white linebacker out here just making plays. I was like, who is these fools?
It's just it disturbed me that the offense couldn't really get it going, especially when they just started dropping like flies. It's like, come on, man. Like, we can't scheme up nothing quick, tricks, quick strike, So and they did that one quick strike when they had to, but it was too late by that time, so they screwed themselves.
So my question to you is, where are you on the Taysom experience?
I don't think my opinion has changed much. I think if he had to be your starter next year and your whole team was as good as it is now, you could win about 9 to 10 games with them. I still think that. I still think that. Maybe 10 is pushing it, but I think you can win about 9 to 10 games with it.
I
But
think
there's no Super Bowl hopes or nothing like that. I mean, and I don't know if he's at that. I don't know if this is his ceiling or not, because if this is his ceiling, he's not the quarterback of the future at all. Like, you can't expect him to be a future.
so. Listen, there's a listener of our pod, Austin something, who like felt the need to come at me on Twitter today because someone had tweeted something about Taysom not being the future, and I quote tweeted and I said nope, and then he like said like, oh well, according to what you guys said on the Saints Twitter pod, like blah blah, like that was just a week ago. Listen, a lot can fucking change in a fucking week in the NFL, bruh. And best believe we are not tied to takes. We can change our mind.
Them takes change in the instant. Like, we are fans. We are fans, man. That's all. We fans just like everybody else.
That's it, man. Some notes I wrote down. We talked about how battered and depleted the Eagles' offensive line was. Man, we didn't get no pressure from our front four, bro.
Nah, that was something I noted all game. I think both lines underperformed.
Yeah,
it's hard to know if our defensive line was trying to just keep Hurts in a pocket, but it just from my eyes, it looked like they just weren't winning matchups.
They weren't, man. Like
the blitz was getting home, quite a bit, so they were able to get some pressures, but I just felt it just looked to me like the offensive line was overpowering our defensive line for the most part.
Yeah, man, that stood out to me, and in my head, I'm like, fucking Marcus Davenport, 2 firsts. He back to 2 firsts now. I'm sorry. 2 firsts and Trey Hendrickson both dyed their hair blonde, and
I'm sorry, you do that shit, bitch. You better go off. Like, you better go off, motherfucker.
Come on.
Like, you better. I want 2-3 sacks. I want, I want forced fumbles. You dyeing your hair blind and shit like
both of them. Like when I saw Trey, I was like, "Is his hair blonde too?" Like what?
Mm-hmm.
That was disappointing. And then we know how our offensive line played in pass sets, but man, they weren't getting hardly any push in the run game either.
The run game was terrible.
It was just
terrible, man. There was that one play they opened up for AK. But other than that, everything was getting stuffed. They couldn't get on the linebackers. They couldn't get to the second level. Pete was always on the ground as usual. Armstead, he didn't play a good game. He got beat a few times.
Ooh, Josh Sweat.
What's that dude? Sweat?
Josh
Sweat was having me sweating. Sweat was coming off that edge,
he
boy.
He came with that speed to that power. Oh.
Yeah, he was causing mayhem, man. So
shit.
To me, it was just like one of them games, kind of like, the Atlanta Falcons game last year, where just, the team doesn't play well. Like, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to analyze it. It's just like, this is the same team that beat the shit out of Tampa Bay, that beat the shit out of a lot of teams this year.
But it's not, though, because number 9 ain't in there. Like, bro, I saw 9 on that sideline.
Like,
bro.
I could guarantee you. Now, here's the thing, though. Even if if the offensive line played like it did, I don't know if 9 would have been that much of a difference. That's the thing. Because with the offensive line not playing well,
he made number 9. True, but he makes that offensive line look a lot better than it is at times. And just in terms of
because the way Taysom Hill, he holds on to the ball. He's scanning the field. AK will obviously be more involved. Some of the passes Taysom throws, even in the short area, he throws. We know he throws darts.
Bro, can we talk about that screen? That screen pass?
No, like, why are you? And there was a cool clip of Sean Payton like talking to him like, bro, like he was like, why you don't have to shoot it to him right there? Give him a little air under it. let it come down to Kamara as he's running and let him do his thing. You know what I'm saying? He just shooting a dart to the Kamara on the screen pass. So that's the things like you just miss with Breeze, man. Breeze just, he knows all that shit. You really miss Breeze in like the last couple of minutes. He just knows how to put them drives together.
You said it perfectly. Like that 6-minute drive when they were down and they needed, to go down the field. That's when they get in the no huddle. He just
boom. Get you downfield. Get your position. You need 3 points. Get the 3 points. Let's get Lutz in the position. Boom. Oh, we need to get a touchdown. Let's get a touchdown. But as lackadaisical as they look, I'm like looking at the clock. I'm like, what are y'all doing, man?
What are these niggas doing?
I hope Mike Lombardi or Greg Rosenthal talks about that shit, because man, that shit really annoyed me, man, because that comes down to coaching, and having your team prepared for certain situations. But I just think they ate the cheese. Like, we heard about Sean Payton putting the cheese in the locker room. I think Sean Payton ate the cheese too.
He 100% did, bro. You took the words out of my mouth.
Cheese, just like everybody else, man. I thought they came in here and feel like, man, this Eagles team is a dead. I thought the Eagles team was dead. The dead man walking too.
All of us did.
I said on the last part. I said I'd rather face the Jaguars, because at least they showed more fight. But man, the Eagles came out there fighting. They did, man.
They did. And getting back to the whole Breeze point. So a report comes out this morning from Schefter. Everyone. Schefter, Glazer, Rappaport, that like...
That memo went out.
It did, bro. Well, let's not everyone assume that Drew's going to be back against the Chiefs, but, got to get him healed, get him, where they know, like, maybe more than likely he'll play Christmas against the Vikings. Stop it, bro. Stop, bro. I know who's playing next Sunday. Don't stop playing with me. Don't do it. Like, we can argue, like, is he going to be safe doing it? I don't know. Can we get one of those? Can we get a Beskar fucking, like, shit to cover him up? But he's playing next week. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he played, man. Against the defending Super Bowl champs. Shit.
Mike, the Mike, shout out to Mike, was it Neighbors?
Yeah, Mike Neighbors.
Who always, gets that good one-on-one conversation with Drew after games. And, he asked him, he tweeted it, he asked him, like, hey, this outcome of the game, like, does that kind of push you back and come back faster? And Drew was like, yes. He's playing next week. Stop it. Just stop
it. He will be out there, man. And we'll see, bro. Like, we'll cover the Chiefs game when it's time. But like, I watched that game earlier today. But it just, just on a bigger note, for Saints fans, just, don't freak out too much. It's like, look, man, it's the NFL, man. Like, Lions made it kind of close against Green Bay.
They did.
Chiefs look like shit for a quarter today. It's just the NFL, man. Like, no team just looks unbeatable every week. Like, it just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And
the only team that I can remember since I started watching football that just looked unbeatable every week was the 17 Patriots. Like the closest, the one that went undefeated, like in the regular season.
Oh yeah.
That's right, 17. Sorry, 07.
07, right.
07 Patriots. Like that team,
which was just something that doesn't happen.
It doesn't. But no, that's a great point. I know Saints Twitter's in shambles, which is kind of when it's at its best.
Yes, indeed. I love it.
At its best, bro.
Because it's funny because you go back 9-10 weeks. Shit, we was ready to fire everybody. DA trash. Sean Payton don't know what he doing. Drew Brees got a tick arm. He need to go. Everybody was trash. It was everything. Everybody except Alvin Kamara. Like, everybody was like, well, Kamara's good, but everybody else trash. The Mario Davis wasn't looking right. It was Malcolm Jenkins trash. Lattimore trash. Everybody was trash. You know what I'm saying? But then players started playing like they should, playing well. It's like, okay, everybody good. So I don't know, man. Like, just don't go crazy with it. But I understand Saints fans because Saints fans just have this like glooming, this this glooming threat of the postseason coming, and just all these disappointments
So,
back to back to back.
And here's the thing, bro. And here's the thing. The doom of the postseason is so relevant. Like for me, it's relevant because the shit, Minnesota Miracle NFC Championship game aside, but last year against the Vikings game, they lost offensively because of their interior. Their interior still looks just as bad, if not worse. Like that, man, that snap, and McCoy is a great ass center. That snap that flipped your cocks out.
Ooh wee. Man,
Bruh.
put it on him. Put it on him, bro. I saw that. I was like, damn.
one of them games.
So that's a
I get
weakness,
it.
bro. That's like the weakness of the team.
It is. It is. Man, Sean called such a terrible game, man. It was just not a good game. But do you buy into at least they got that loss out of the way?
No.
Because I know that's a weird cliche, like, oh, at least they got that loss out of their system.
It's not like we undefeated or something like that. No, we was this team was in play for the 1 seed, man. Like, no, I'm not happy they got the loss out the way. No, I don't buy into that. But I will say this. The 1 seed is not completely gone, but to me, all sense and purposes, the 1 seed, they ain't getting the 1 seed.
No.
It ain't happening. That's just something crazy, like Aaron Rodgers gets injured or some shit like that. But it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying?
Our best hope, and I don't even know how, is maybe Teddy 2 gloves. So I don't know, man.
You seen Carolina's defense, man? Come on.
No, it's terrible, bro.
It's just not happening. It's not happening. Titans, no, it's not happening. Titans can't rush the passer or stop the pass. Like, no, it's just not happening.
I will say though, Green Bay is terrible at defending the run. So they are. That may be just a shootout, and the team, whoever has the ball last, wins.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Could be. Like, it's the NFL, man. Shit happens. But I'm just thinking, like, look, if it's not looking like it's going to happen, maybe the Saints can rush their starters in week 17. Do what you can about the Chiefs. Maybe you lose to the Chiefs most likely. You go in, you clinch against the Vikings, hopefully. What I hope we're not like trying to, run after the clinch the NFC South, like week 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? Like that would suck. Like, get this shit over with. Had a chance to knock it out today, and they squandered it. They could have beat the Eagles. They are talented enough to beat that Eagle team today.
I thought when they got the ball back, when they had scored 14, it was 14-17. They got the ball back. I was like, okay, like this is it. Go. This is the drive.
Here we go. This is the drive. It's an ugly game. But, that's that feeling from Drew Brees when Drew Brees is starting. Like, when Drew Brees starting, that fumble is like, okay, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used to Drew Brees just taking care of business right there. But you don't have Brees right there, man. Like, it just is what it is, man. You got a 30-year-old rookie, pretty much.
Bruh. Oh, my God. It is what it is. And as of right now, if the playoff matches don't change, and we know they're going to, the Saints will play the Cardinals?
I mean, they did a good job against them last year. But, Kyler, he's much more experienced now.
That was also pre-Nuke, and we saw what Nuke did against Lattimore.
Yeah, buddy. That'd be a tough matchup, man. Like, any matchup we get in the playoffs is going to be tough. I don't see any matchup like even Tampa Bay, if they get in, which I think they will, and we handle them well. I just don't like playing teams 3 times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like, we played the Jets 3 times. I'd be like, well, probably not. But anyway, yeah. But
It was like
most teams, I don't like playing them 3 times.
Do not like it. Don't like it.
Yeah, and I know we did it against the Panthers a couple years ago, but even then, it was like man, remember Cam Newton was slinging that bitch in the playoffs.
Should have been out because he had a concussion, but
that's probably his last good. That's probably his last good throwing game.
Put your ass back in there. Yeah, which is sad, man. Sad, man. But like you said, any team they play in the playoffs is not going to be easy out. And then like I saw
Rams can't be, bro. I know you hate the Rams. I know all that, bro. But like,
why you gotta put that
Rams defense? I don't want no part of it.
Why you gotta put that Juju out?
Man, that would not be a matchup I would want to see.
No, I'm just saying. Could you imagine, bro? Oh my God!
Just the the PTSD and all that stuff, bro.
Oh
like I would hate for that matchup. I would hate for it, man. I would hate it.
Why would you even put that out in the ether like that, bro?
Man, I didn't put it out there. I didn't tweet it. It is out there, bro. It is what it is.
Just like you locked up the Saints in your Survivor fucking pool.
The fuck was I thinking, bro?
Come on, bro.
Oh yeah, I've been going. Whoever plays the Jets, that's who I pick. But I already picked the Raiders, so I couldn't pick them today. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick the Saints because they should handle it.
The Jets played the Seahawks though.
Oh, I'm tripping the Seahawks. I already picked the Seahawks. Yeah. I pretty much picked all the good teams already. So you can only pick one team once. So you just got to pick. You was gonna pick and I just put the Saints to the side because I don't like picking them. I want to enjoy the Saints playing and not have to worry about a stupid survivor pool at work. But I did it, and that's what I get, man. It's on me.
That's on you. That's on you.
So I ain't gonna get no money.
Just like when I decide to go see Saints games and they lose,
that's on you, bro. I try to warn you every time, like, don't do that.
Just
save your money, bro.
Be leaving the stadiums just sad, bro. I started calculating. Okay, my flight was this much. My rental car was this. My tickets was this much.
We can go to fucking beer garden and be sad or some shit, man. Like, come
on. Oh man. All that said, Saints lose. As of right now, they're 2 in the NFC. They play the Cardinals. Man, Kyler's little ass just don't want it. But I mean, it would be and I don't know if this is going to happen, but the most Saints shit ever would just be the stinker against the Eagles. And then I'm not going to say they're going to go and like blow like the doors off the Chiefs, but like if they have any type of convincing win against the Chiefs, I'm just gonna shake my head because it's just like that's the most Saints shit ever.
I just don't see how it happens.
No, bro. I don't either, bro.
I mean, they just score so fast, man.
The only thing, and I'll take this, is that the Chiefs' defense is average at best.
Yes.
They got some dogs. They got Chris Jones. They got Tyrann Mathieu, but they can get got. And if Drew is back and he's playing, if we get the Drew Brees that played against Tampa Bay against the Chiefs next week, and the defense can get a couple of stops, we'll talk about the game more. Like it's an interesting game, but if not, that's a different story, bro.
If Taysom starting, man.
Nah, bro. Go ahead. Nah, man.
You try to play that ball control shit against the Chiefs?
Nah.
Shit.
Nah. If Drew can't go next week, you gotta put number 2 in, man. Like at least he gonna
sling that bitch.
He gonna sling that shit, bro. He gonna sling it.
At least you're going out, you're going out trying, man. He gonna sling that motherfucker. At least I hope, man. I could just see James coming in and he checked down Charlie. Like, well, what the fuck you here for then? Like, why you here?
Could you imagine, bro?
Like, what the fuck are you here for then, bro? Like, we could have just kept reading for that.
But we'll preview that game. That's something special on Friday. In regards to our preview, Shout out to April at Nola Hat Plug.
Nola Hat Plug
came through with it. You can follow her on Twitter. You can follow her on Instagram. The hashtag Saints Twitter podcast masks are done. They're being shipped to Ryan tomorrow, so he should get them this week. And then they start going out. So
they coming.
So
and check out Nola Hat Plug. Check out her website. She has tons of just awesome stuff. So just support. It's a local business. Everybody's struggling during this pandemic, trying to find ways to make ends meet and make money and support themselves. And she's put her whole life and dedication into this business she started. So definitely go out and check out at Nola Hat Plug. You can check out her website and all the merchandise she's offering. It's real good stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing. I have 2 Saints masks that she's done and a Saints beanie. So I'm a very big fan of April and her merchandise. I wanted to cop those gold Saints basketball shorts, but those bitches sold out. So
they were still selling them.
Bruh. And it was one of them, you got those purchases that you look at it and kind of go back and forth like, do I want it right now? I'll get it later. Gone. So if you check out her website, there's something that you see, buy it. Don't hem and haw like I did. But so the mask will be going out hopefully this week or this weekend. As soon as Ryan gets them, we are going to be asking our Patreon subscribers to provide your email address, preferably probably through our Gmail, which is saintstwitterpod@gmail.com, so we can start getting the mask out as soon as we get them.
Or just start sending your address, period, your home address. Start shooting it to saintstwitterpod@gmail.com.
DM them something but if you're not, don't try to be a sneaky nigga. Like if you're not a Patreon subscriber and let me.
I'm gonna be cross-checking. Believe that.
Yes.
That'll be on their list.
And to the guy that signed up and was a Patreon for a couple of days and then 3 or 4 days, I
saw you.
You ain't getting one either, nigga. Bro, I was on the Patreon site and I saw that and I was like, this motherfucker. Out of here.
It's all good. I've done it before. But, it's all good, though. Yeah, but you'll get on, man.
Yeah, you get on mask. So, like I said, we have a pretty packed upcoming week. I mean, I know this game, loss against the Eagles, it dampens the mood for the Chiefs game a little bit, but still, man, next week is going to be a game. Our defense, I know they didn't play great today, but I think they showed enough against that offense. We're going to break it down with the preview pod. We have another special guest coming on Friday, and we are hopefully trying to have another bonus episode with someone that we're trying to get on. We just got to finalize the details. So we got a lot coming, as always. So thank everyone for all their support, as always. First video show, still fucking getting my little tripod set up. It's a lot bigger when you're trying to set up like the big one, and you got the lights and everything. Never mind. The little one throwing me off there. But thank you guys for all your support. We really appreciate it. So listen to this. Don't take this football shit seriously, man. Enjoy it. They go win.
Don't go to work tomorrow, man. Don't let them do that to you.
Couldn't be me. It won't be me. Don't let it be you. With that, we're gonna get out of here. We have a lot of upcoming. You can follow us on Twitter, obviously at Saints Tweet Pod, TWIT Pod. You can follow us on Instagram at Saints Twitter Pod. Gmail at Saints Twitter Pod. At Saints Twitter Pod. Follow us, send us an email. With that, we're out.
Peace.
Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using code Hawkeye and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, and the best daily promotions in the business. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matters more than ever. Remember to use code Hawkeye and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. Place your money line, prop, or parlay bets with the king of sportsbooks today. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Iowa only. New customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.